Hello everybody, it's Brian back with another Constructively Disruptive video. Again, my definition of constructively disruptive is productively challenging the status quo or questioning it, and if necessary, replacing what we have with what we might imagine. So hopefully we can find some ways to be constructively disruptive in our own lives, in the organizations where we live, or in our communities. So the last video I did, we talked about different types of leadership styles, how there is a visionary leader and then there's those pothole leaders. And today I want to give us a way to assess either ourselves or maybe some of the people we work with one quick idea on semantics and the type of language that we or those around us tend to use that can give us an idea of our tendencies towards being a pothole or a visionary leader. So this quick idea centers around the use of apostrophes and contractions. So as a reminder, a visionary leader paints a picture of the future that we all are aspiring towards, and they keep our eyes up and focused on where we're headed and use terms like, we will do this, we are aspiring to accomplish this together. A pothole leader is someone who paints a picture of the future but then spends the majority of their time telling you what not to do, which keeps our focus down on the potholes, we called it the pothole leader, and what not to do, so all our attention is focused on the negative rather than on the positive. A pothole leader will tend to use a lot of contractions in their language when they're talking with other people. Things like can't, won't, don't, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't. That's the type of language that detracts our focus from where we're headed and keeping us positive and starts getting us focused on what not to do rather than what to do. So if you're using a lot of contractions, you may have a tendency to lean towards being less of a visionary than you want. Let's use a quick analogy, and let's say I have a goal of eating some healthier snacks throughout the day. I could say, don't eat a Snickers. Now that might help me eat healthier, but if I could not eat a Snickers and live up to that rule, but instead be eating a whole package of Oreos or 2 Butterfingers, I'm not eating a Snickers, but I'm eating something that's as bad or worse for me. The better language of a visionary leader is, when I am hungry, I will eat a piece of fruit. See, the don't language forces us into a legalistic battle of creating all these rules of what not to do, rather than focusing on what to do. When I'm hungry, I'll eat a piece of fruit. That type of language puts a lot of power and autonomy back on me and gives me some freedom of choice and helps keep me motivated as well. So I'm not worried about what not to do. I'm told when I'm hungry, so when to snack, I will eat, and I have the choices. Now I can eat an apple or a banana or a kumquat or whatever it is I might want to come up with that is actually a piece of fruit. So I'm not focused on the negative, I'm focused on what to do rather than what not to do. I think we all would like to be the type of person who's much more of a visionary leader, who is getting people focused on what could be and what we're all aspiring to do and focused on that rather than the pothole leader. I think we all would like to be or work with or work around people who are much more visionary and supportive in that way. So in an effort to be much more visionary in our language, let's abolish the apostrophe, all right? Can we agree to that? Get rid of those contractions, and that way when we're talking with people at home, at work, in our communities, we're being much more of a visionary leader and getting people to think about what we hope to become and what we're all aspiring towards, rather than what we're trying to avoid. Thanks for listening and watching. I hope you're finding these short videos beneficial as we're all on a journey to be constructively disruptive. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from individuals out there. Keep those coming. If you want to send me an email, let me know what you like or even what you don't like. That's fine too. But love getting that feedback, and hopefully we can all aspire to be more constructively disruptive in our home, in our workplaces, in our communities, so that we can all become better versions of ourselves for one another. All right? Thank you so much, and we'll check you next time.